Dear colleagues and friends, as a proud member of the LGBTI UN Core Group, it is a pleasure for me to intervene on behalf of the Italian government in this event focused on reaffirming our collective commitment in combating and preventing all forms of discrimination and violence against LGBTI persons, fighting against all forms of discrimination, also by advocating for decriminalization of sexual orientation and gender identity, is a key commitment of Italy's international action. We are strongly engaged in the promotion and protection of the rights of LGBTI persons in all the multilateral fora we are part of and in our bilateral relations. It has presented a priority of our mandate ending this year in the Human Rights Council, in line with the commitments undertaken with the UN Sustainable Development Agenda that recognize the need to combat inequalities and discrimination while keeping in mind its underlying core principle to leave no one behind. Our action to protect and promote human rights of LGBTI persons aims at removing all barriers preventing them from fully enjoying their civil, political, social, economic and cultural rights, as every individual is entitled to according to international law. At the national level, I am proud to announce that Italy has launched a broad national consultation involving the relevant civil society associations and public administrations with a view to draft a national multi-annual strategy for the promotion of the rights of LGBT people and their protection from violence and discrimination. At the international level, we consider the Universal Periodic Review of the UN Human Rights Council a particularly effective tool to foster positive developments in this field. In fact, during the last UPR session held in May this year, we addressed recommendations to 6 countries to decriminalize consensual same-sex relations and fight against violence, abuse and discrimination against LGBTI people. Achieving the 2030 Agenda SDGs is even more urgent today, as underlined by the independent expert on protection against violence and discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. The COVID-19 pandemic has further exacerbated pre-existing inequalities, especially in some regions of the world, and highlighting the critical condition of LGBTI persons who are particularly at risk of suffering multiple and intersecting forms of discrimination and exclusion. Dear colleagues and friends, it is inconceivable that still today some 70 states criminalize LGBTI relations. It's a social outrage and a legal and political affront to the principle of equality and non-discrimination as enshrined in the international conventions. Decriminalizing all forms of sexual orientation is therefore an essential step towards ensuring genuine equality before the law. The UN system must strengthen its action by developing an institutional strategy to build on the efforts that are already being carried out worldwide to enhance the respect of LGBTI rights. Thank you.